What? Wait, but there's still two Predators fighting Spider-Man.
Yes.
Spider-Man has never even met this Predator.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Back Issues. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Ben.
Oh, man. I've been waiting for this for decades. And here
I've
it
been waiting
is.
for this.
Whoa, this is exactly what I wanted. Predator versus Spider-Man from Benjamin Percy. Okay.
Who's Benjamin Percy? I've never heard that name.
We've talked about him a number of times.
Oh, really?
He wrote Wolverine versus Predator versus Wolverine.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay.
And a number of other books, including the Wolverine series during the Krakoa era. He's written a lot of books about hardcore people in the Marvel Universe and Yautja.
He's a Yautja specialist.
He is a big-time Yautja guy. He's the guy who taught me how to say Yautja.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What were you saying before?
Yautja or nothing, because I hate it. The other thing is, like, Miles can go invisible, say, oh, okay. Plus, you can imagine Miles, like, zapping the Predator, knocking out his ability to cloak.
To go stealth.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Nah. And by the way, good, because I wanted to see Peter fight a Predator.
Yeah.
I want Batman versus Predator. I've just been chasing Batman versus Predator ever since I read it as a little kid, way too young. I was like, this is amazing. It's the best Predator sequel ever made, and arguably the best Batman crossover ever done, and I've never seen its equal. It's frustrating.
Oh, come on, Batman vs. Predator 2.
Yeah,
with
right?
Alligator Predator.
That was Batman Aliens. And,
that was.
Batman vs. Predator 2 was the one with the Huntress and multiple Predators.
Oh, the Huntress.
Every subsequent Batman Predator crossover has been worse than the last one. That being said, we're out of the DC universe, and in fact, the license is away from Dark Horse, who used to have the license when they crossed over with DC, to an absurd degree. And now Marvel has it pretty much forever, and that's that. You're never going to see another Batman Predator, which I would say is a shame, except for all the evidence to the contrary. That said, hey, Predator vs. Spider-Man, yes. Would that be the first one I greenlight if I was working at an executive level at Marvel and we had the Predator license? 100% no. No, the first one you do is Predator Punisher.
Punisher. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. That was the first thing that came to mind.
That's not the first one they did. The first thing they did was Predator Wolverine,
Yeah.
which again, I'm like, all right.
Okay, yeah,
all
okay, I see where you're going
and
with
Percy
that.
went whole hog with it. Was like, actually, the Yautja's been there since the beginning.
Yeah.
He has a crazy voice, so he sounds kind of like that, but deeper. And he originally envisioned the Predator-Wolverine crossover as it could be out of continuity, but it didn't screw with continuity.
Right.
So it could arguably be that did happen.
I'm just saying, like, I didn't write anything that's blasphemous.
No, and you could always go like, no, I don't want to deal with the Predator. And just be like, oh, no, the Predator wasn't in it. Or I do want to imagine the Predator was there, and it doesn't go like, well, this doesn't hold up because the Predator wasn't even part of Marvel until 2020, whatever. Like, no. It works great. I loved it. Then they did Predator versus Black Panther, and I was like, oh, cool, who's doing that? Oh, Ben Percy again. I'm like, all right.
Okay.
Odd choice, but I guess I understand.
Damn.
Then they did Predator versus Spider-Man by Benjamin Percy, and I'm like, okay, so Marvel, you know there are other people who work for you, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's only one Predator author.
Right, I'm sorry, what?
Nobody else knows how to write the Predator.
Are you out of your mind?
I'm sorry, no one else knows how to write for a Yautja.
Nobody knew what they were really called. It was like they did a little, like, stealth test on the entire bullpen.
Here's the thing. Every time we pitch a Predator book, Ben Percy just storms into the office of the person who's supposed to write it and just gives them like a 30-minute tirade about pronunciations and the culture until they quit, and he takes it over.
That's not too far off from how it actually happened, because apparently Benjamin Percy just inundated whoever the group editor for the Predator license was with emails and pop-ins until eventually they were like, you seem to really want this. And unlike when Marvel had the Conan license, where there were like a lot of people who all wanted Conan, including people like Jim Zub or Jason Aaron, and it was like, these people were going to fight each other.
Conan-esque.
Yes, in a pit. And so they were like, all right, well, here's like Savage Sword of Conan, like here's King Conan, here's a Conan crossover with Moon Knight and stuff. Like, here's all these different Conan stuff. With Predator, it's like the only squeaky wheel at Marvel was Benjamin Percy, and they were like, well, Jesus Christ, we want to make a Predator book, we have to call Ben Percy. No one else at Marvel was like, if Benjamin Percy gets another effing Predator crossover, I'm going to storm the building.
No, it's just the readers,
Shoulder
apparently.
Mountain Cannon.
No, they're like, you want it? Okay.
Yes, I do, desperately.
Why not?
Have you
Nobody
ever
else is
written
knocking down my
Spider-Man?
door.
The question isn't, have I written Spider-Man? The question is, do I know everything about the Yautja? And the answer is yes.
Then
and
the
I'm
story
like,
will write itself.
But like the less you know, the better. Like when it comes to Predators.
Yeah.
That's always been the case. This is also another episode about a book that came out within the same year as the episode we did. This came out in April of this year. So I'm kind of like, well, I kind of feel like I know where this is going. And in fact, it is going somewhere. It is dovetailing into a massive event called Predator Kills the Marvel Universe, which is set in its own universe that apparently all these books are set in. Again, Percy set out to do Predator Wolverine. He didn't know he was going to do any more. He thought this was only his chance to tell the story of the Yautja and also connect it with the Wolverine story. And so as a result, he made it kind of continuity proof.
Right.
But when he got Black Panther and also I guess the green light to do whatever he wanted with the Yautja,
Right. So like, oh, now it's going to be its own thing.
yeah. He was like, he called it a microverse. Where he's like, everything is happening in its own universe over there. And so, sure, you know what, that's fine. I mean, that does present less of a problem in continuity and story than like having, I don't know, untold Predator technology available to Stark and then see how that affects the next Infinity Gauntlet story. I don't know. It's just, it's better to just keep it in its own
Just leaves
universe.
questions.
There are people in the Marvel Universe who have cloaking technology.
Right.
S.H.I.E.L.D. has it.
That's true.
What else does the Predator really have?
Yeah, besides like plasma, shoulder cannon technology. I mean, they have starships that can also cloak.
So do the spaceships that are in the Marvel Universe anyway.
That's true. Yeah, you just throw a rocket to hit an alien race that has whatever the Yautja do, but they're not nearly as hardcore. You know?
And I get
Right.
that, but like
It's their ingenuity at creating weapons
Yes.
that we might copy.
swords, spears, and claws?
nets
Yeah, nets that shoot from things.
and like Titan around its
And the
prey.
predator vision. Don't forget
predator
about the multi-spectral
Oh yeah,
vision.
Yeah, nobody has anything
Oh
like
yeah,
that
no one.
on Earth or in space. No, the implications are the aliens.
It's just that they're savage.
Yes. Well, they're not. They are and they aren't. Like they have a sense of honor. They have a code.
Yeah,
I'm
they don't
not
just-
talking starship technology.
I mean the fact that their savagery
Yes.
is famous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
their
are
tactics,
infamous. They are
infamous.
badasses.
Yeah.
They're space badasses. This is a very terrestrial story. I'm thrilled that Spider-Man didn't like hitch a ride with the Guardians and fight predators on an unknown planet or some
that would
nonsense.
be
This is
unpleasant.
exactly what it's supposed to be, and in fact does everything on paper that I want from a Spider-Man Predator crossover, or at the very least from a Predator story.
Does it start as a Peter Parker Spider-Man adventure and then the Predator shows up? Oh.
It breaks that rule immediately, but at least it's hot out.
Oh, okay.
So like it's fitting for the Predators like a jungle.
Yes.
Not the middle of the Arctic where a giant temple is underground and they have to fight aliens.
Yeah.
Right.
Predator vs. Spider-Man does uphold the tradition that I was hoping for in that at least it's terrestrial. And
It's on Earth.
While it is also still technically part of the like Ben Percy Predator versus microverse, it doesn't really reference much outside of like a fun post-credit scene. And I'm
Okay.
like, yes, okay, let's go. So it opens and it's a heat wave in New York City and it's just like hot time somewhere in the city. Like it's hot and there's a montage of New Yorkers just dealing with triple-digit heat, which if you've ever been in Manhattan in the summer, you will get out immediately if you have an exit strategy, because why would you ever go there? It is a nightmare. Every summer, I would be like, one thing we are never doing is going to Manhattan.
I love this cover, but it very much reminds me of a Batman cover.
Yeah.
It does.
They're on a building, there are gargoyles.
Yes.
Yeah.
It should.
He's just not perched on top of one.
No, it should actually just be a Batman Predator book. I would be very okay if this was just Batman versus Predator and you just filed the serial numbers off and made it Spider-Man. Like, all the way down to Spider-Man getting armor at the end. Like, I'm like, go for it. There is a homicide. And you're like, oh, great. That's exactly how I want to open a book, right? Like, that's cool. And no comics code. We're decades away from the comics code. But I'm just saying, we're really embracing the idea that this is made by 20th Century Studios Comics or whatever.
Oh no.
That's just where they put their Fox property licensed books.
Right.
I don't know.
It's weird.
It's horrible. It's weird. It's stupid. I hate this 2003 era website. That being said, the Marvel logo is black, which I appreciate.
that-
As if to indicate, like, this
it's
is
a little
kind of
bit-
Like Black Label?
cotton. Black Label. I would be very hesitant to call it Black Label because Black Label at least inherently attempted to be
A label?
an artistically forward-thinking book.
Yeah.
This is just a Spider-Man book with like some more gore in it.
Right.
It's like, all right, yeah, that's fine. I'm also amazed that Marvel was like, yeah, use our flagship backpack-selling character in your horror book starring Predators. I'm like, I mean, thank you, but also, wow, how did we get through that? That's cool.
I guess because like it's a comic, so who gives a shit?
Well, and that's the thing, right? Because like all the children who are buying backpacks of Spider-Man probably aren't picking up Predator versus Spider-Man.
But the great thing is like, if you're a Spider-Man fan, you're going to buy this. And if you're a Predator fan, you're going to buy this.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
They're very separate groups.
Yes.
That's why we're getting a boost for the Yautja. So it's hot out, and there's a homicide, and we see photos being taken at the crime scene of the grisly murder. It's juxtaposed against new character, a detective, grizzled, hard-boiled woman who is there on the scene. And her move, because characters can't smoke in a Marvel comic, no matter how gory and unrated it is chewing on ice. And you're like, all right, that's a fun visual and auditory concept. You're looking at bones and exposed flesh, and she's just chewing on ice in this dark, miserable, smelly room.
Well, normally I would be smoking, but it's so hot out, you see.
Right. I need the ice
Yeah.
to cool me down.
Yeah, arguably she does smoke, especially between the panels. So we've got this guy in a clean suit who's taking photos with his phone. I'm like, that's suspicious, and it will be. We'll see why. But he's like, what's going on, Detective LaPearl?
Well, these
That's
are for
right.
my own personal collection, so I can masturbate later.
Well, it is for his personal collection, but it's not for illicit activity. So Detective LaPearl is just checking it out, and she makes an observation about the triple homicide before them. First of all, they've been skinned. Now, this is not atypical behavior for the Yautja if you were a movie fan and you enjoyed Predator 1, right? Because those people, Jim Hopper's team, were skinned. Sure. However, this is meant to make you think, ooh, this is different from the usual MO of the Yautja. Now, of course, you're buying this book because you know there are predators in it. These guys don't even know that there are predators afoot.
Right.
Okay.
So
So they're not saying, well, this is unusual Yautja behavior.
no, for them, they're like, this is unusual human behavior.
Right.
These three people have been skinned alive, and they're missing pieces. Like a rib here, a jawbone here, a finger there.
Oh, so it's not like I took someone's skull and spine.
No, they're taking pieces of their victims as trophies, but they're pieces. And that's the weird thing
That's
for me.
weird. Why
And I'm
would
like,
Predator do that?
Why would a predator do that? And we'll get into that a little more, but like...
Well, I'm going to put it next to the other fingers I all collected around someone's skull, and then it resembles a face hugger.
Oh! yeah, that's
Maybe
true.
they're collecting a full set from all different people. They're
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to kill like 206 people or
Right,
whatever.
And make a man.
and make a
Maybe-
Frankenstein.
Maybe this Yautja is a serial killer version of the Predators.
yeah.
And that's what it is.
What?
The Yautja is a serial killer. It's insane,
Oh.
and it kills without honor.
Oh, I'm sorry I even
that's
said
messed
it.
up. I
His
mean,
nickname is Skinner because he skins them. Unlike regular
all
Yautja,
skin them.
who also skin them. But this one also murders like old people in nursing homes and stuff. It hunts without honor.
there is no honor.
Oh, it's
There's
not
no
going
honor.
for.
I was also
people
going to say,
who
like,
fight.
the fact
Okay.
that the skin is still on them, but people's ribs are open and exposed, the flesh is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their fingernails are still attached, and their flesh is gone.
Well, you know, it comes off one clean pull, I guess.
I don't know how fingernails work, but
Yeah.
I think they would be attached to your skin. But
I
maybe
don't know.
not.
I feel
don't
like
know.
they're under the skin. The skin stops at the nail bed.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm sure that
Tell us in
Percy
the comments
did some
down below.
research.
If someone degloves your hand, do your fingernails come off?
What a grisly question. But it's appropriate for this book.
It has been raised.
Inquiring minds
Right?
must know.
So LaPearl breaks down this grisly sequence
Right.
for the local forensic photographer.
CSI people.
Oh,
yeah.
the forensic team. Okay.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
forensic, for the one forensic operative that's there, and then he leaves after LaPearl explains that, you know, she calls him the Skinner, I guess.
So this is not the first.
Oh,
No.
so she calls him the Skinner.
She nicknames him the Skinner because he's one who skins. You
Right.
see.
I mean, for this world and the Marvel people in it, yes, this makes sense.
Sure. I mean, I think it works for
Yeah.
any kind of horror story that involves a person who skins someone.
Exactly. No, but if the actual Predator called himself the Skinner,
yeah.
that would be lame.
This is true.
Well, he
I
wouldn't know
not
how
be
to.
happy about
he
that.
wouldn't know how to do that because he doesn't speak English, presumably.
No. Well, he can copy it
Well,
and
yeah.
record it and play it back, which he does. So this photographer leaves, and then La Pearl is met by the actual
real
forensic
photographer,
team.
yeah.
And she's like, well, who the hell have I been talking to? And we see Spider-Man throw that clean suit away in a garbage can in an alley and calls up Jameson to let him know that he's got photos for the story of the century.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, what?
what?
Okay.
When has Spider-Man ever done that?
Never.
Also,
This time,
it's
in this
very
universe.
it's very easy to get caught doing something
Well,
like that.
especially when, you get photography credit in the newspaper.
Duh.
Right, they know Peter Parker. But that's Peter Parker's problem.
Right, but you're Peter Parker, though.
Yeah, but it's not going to tie him to Spider-Man or anything. So that's the
So?
only thing I really care about.
Right, but like,
Yeah,
you're
but
the
Peter
same
can
person.
still lose his job.
or his freedom. You can go to jail for impersonating a law enforcement officer and stealing photos from a crime scene.
I never said I was law enforcement.
That's true.
She made that
You
assumption.
made an assumption based on what I was wearing.
Right.
I also love that Spider-Man throws the suit in the trash. It's like a little homage to Amazing Spider-Man 50.
Oh, for his actual suit.
Yeah, he like throws the suit in the trash and walks away, and I'm like, okay.
Okay, but wouldn't he want that suit again? I mean, that's
No,
probably
it's
expensive.
a one-time use.
Oh, okay.
But I do want to throw out there, Marcelo Ferreira is the artist on this book, and I think crushes it. And
Looks good,
conspicuously, unlike its two predecessors, it's the same artist on the whole story, as opposed to Wolverine or Black Panther. Weird.
You can see his face through the mask, but
Right,
he has
but
the
he's just
Spider-Man
a white
suit.
guy, so it's like you don't know it's Peter necessarily.
No, but this is what I love. Like, he has his face visible, but he has the Spider-Man suit underneath. So he's wearing the entire Spider-Man suit up to the neck, but he didn't have the mask on.
Right.
Yeah, he puts the
And
mask
when
in
he
his pocket.
tosses the rest of it out, he just has his regular Spider-Man suit and then pulls the mask down.
Yeah.
That's great.
I kind of love that. Yeah.
That's good thinking.
I know. I also love that Spider-Man needs to call Jameson on the phone, so he webs his phone to his head so he can flawlessly web sling through town. And I'm like, get a Bluetooth, my man.
Right?
No, that would look weird under my suit.
Yes.
Instead of looking weird on your suit,
Instead of looking like you webbed a phone to your head,
which is what you did.
which is odd.
And you'll always have your phone on you at some point. It's always going to make some weird bulge in the suit, man.
You know what the problem is with the Bluetooth? You know, sometimes it doesn't sync right.
well, that's
and,
really
you know,
or it syncs with something else around the
Yeah.
area. And I'm swinging through the city. I'm constantly connecting with other devices throughout the city.
And plus, like, I've also got the Bluetooth underneath the mask, so it's going to
Yeah.
be rubbing against the
Yeah, it's
microphone.
like chafing.
That's
Oh, it's real
true.
bad.
Yeah, no. Plus, you're gonna get the wind effect. Except you're definitely gonna get the wind effect with this phone outside your head, 17 stories in the air.
No, I got the dead cat on it.
Oh yeah, good call. On your phone. So yeah,
An actual dead
I
cat.
look. Oh, I see. We got these thwips. Like it's just such a cool moment for Ferreira to just like depict. It's very graphic. You know,
What's
Nice
a graphic book?
Yeah, I just appreciate the blend of text and action and the muted color palette that precedes this weird, gross.
the
horror
color
book.
makes it look like it's hot
Yes, and I think it's
with
successful.
the yellows and the oranges. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, that very much works.
So Pete's on the phone with Jameson because apparently Peter isn't just a photographer in this universe, he also writes articles. And I'm like,
What?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't write. He's bad at it.
He's a photographer.
He's a photographer. He's not a reporter.
Yeah, it's more interesting if he's a reporter.
Well, it's cleaner. It's tighter.
If it works in the story that I want to tell better.
Well, that way he can constantly be in league with Jonah over this story, as opposed to having to like shoehorn him with some actual writer. I'd have to reestablish some character that does write articles in the
Right.
Bugle that is or is not alive in the main continuity. It's just like, well, no. Peter writes the articles and takes the photos, and he deals with Jameson. And the Daily Bugle is still a huge building that is staffed by hundreds of people, and we will only see these two employees for the Daily Bugle in the entire book. It's going to be Jonah and Peter the whole way through. And I'm like,
Okay.
Well, the rest of them quit. It's too hot.
just like when the power goes out, I guess they do have to go home, but like it's just weird that there's only two people in the entire building for the rest of the book. And it's like, all right, fine. Not even a moment for Miss Brandt, which, again, normally Betty would have been long gone by now in current
Right,
continuity.
but this is a alternate universe.
And, like, how old is MJ? Like, when you see her, you'll be like, 19? I don't know. Peter keeps calling Jameson Mr. Jameson, which he hasn't done since 1971. Like, I don't know. But whatever, it's fine. Again, like, it's fine. I sound like I'm nitpicking this book, and I am because it's a Spider-Man book. But I will say, I just want you to know, it's okay, but I'm going to point it out on this show.
Right, but it's just a little weird,
It doesn't
though.
affect my reading experience because at the surface, it's a cool Predator story. It's also weird. Oh,
well, you have
it's a
to
serial killer Predator, something
Yeah.
we've never seen before. You know what else we've never seen before? Spider-Man versus the Predator.
Right, you could just do a straight up
Yeah, but you've
Predator
seen Predator
story.
versus other Marvel characters before. I have to assume that this is old, like 90s, because look at the monitor on his desk.
That's true.
And if it's the 90s, like the Predator originally started in anyway, or late 80s, early 90s,
Yeah, late.
then it makes sense that MJ would be young and he's calling him Mr. Jameson.
True, except for the fact that Peter's also using a smartphone.
Shit!
Yeah. What?
Okay, I can't get away with that.
Also, Mary Jane and Peter were in their 30s in the 90s, so no.
Right?
They haven't replaced all their old piece of crap monitors.
The Daily Bugle, 100%.
Yeah.
They're using old Dells. They're using Gateway computers.
There
at
you
the Daily
go.
Bugle.
Yeah.
They've still got the cow boxes, just in case they need to make a return at the Comp USA. So anyway, Jameson is reading Parker the Riot Act. He's like, you promised me a huge story. Last time you did a whole thing about, like, I don't know, a puppy parade in Queens. You better do... And Pete's like, how about a mass murderer on the loose? Jameson's like, oh, now you're talking. But then there's a robbery at a bank.
No.
And Pete's like, oh, because he was like, oh, traffic's surprisingly light. Because, you know, I'm swinging
Right.
16 stories
So he
above it.
thought he was about to be there, and now he's
And then he's
about
like,
to
oh, make it 20 minutes, Jonah. And Jonah's like, oh, 20 minutes? You just said 5. What the hell? Pete chases after them. They're making a turn through a residential neighborhood. There's a bunch of kids playing in the water from the fire hydrant. So now Pete's got to stop the car from hitting these kids and a dog from this runaway car. And you think, okay, well, I've played the Spider-Man game. I know exactly how this works. Stop the car, hold it. No.
Yeah, press
He
X,
webs
like-
each individual kid and dog and then pulls them out of the way of the car. And I'm like, I probably would have moved the car. If I can lift 5, it's fine.
You know, if you've never seen before,
Spider-Man
him webbing
do
up the
that.
kids and
but
pulling
I
them
need
instead of the car.
band to get away.
Right. And
Well,
that's exactly
also
right.
that, yeah.
That's 100% exactly why he does it. And you know what? I think it's fun because he webs the kids. The kids are having a ball.
That dog does not know what's going on.
No. But the dog never knows what's going on. It's a dog. But these kids are having a fun day in the street, you know, getting wet in triple digits. Now they've been webbed. They're flying through the air with Spider-Man. So they're having a great time. This one isn't. But everyone else is laughing and having a good time. So Pete got to add some levity to their lives. Their humdrum existence.
I'm sorry, it's going to be about an hour for this stuff to dissolve.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Also,
hope
really
you're-
sorry for your dog.
Hope you're okay sitting there
Oh, yeah, in the
immobile for an
heat.
hour.
Yeah. Sorry.
Did not think this
I got
through.
heat stroke from
Well,
Spider-Man.
it just drops them back at the fire hydrant. Just be wet, you know? So the guy
I can't move, I'm going to drown.
It's just shooting at
Just
you.
lift up your head a little
Get
bit.
up a little bit.
Nope,
They're
I'm going to
not
drown.
toddlers. Anyway, so the band makes it to the rendezvous point. There's one hood who like breaks down how it's gonna work. Okay, we divvy it up. We don't talk to each other for at least 2 weeks. Blah blah blah. And then the dude turns around after breaking down the plan, and they're all slaughtered. And he's like, "What the hell?" And then of course he faces against the Yautja in the dark, and the Yautja just goes yoink. It takes his face off. That's right.
God.
This predator takes his face
Off.
off.
I think I'm going to
Yikes.
take his face.
And then he stabs him through the chest. And you're like, okay. And then he takes the face and he House of a Thousand Corpses it. He just puts it over his own face. And he's like, whoa. And I'm like, all right.
So that's,
Okay, that's dumb as hell.
that's how you can see that
He's nuts.
he's a psycho.
Yes, you're supposed to go
In case
like,
you weren't
oh,
sure.
This Yautja is batshit.
Right.
Pete then chases after the van. He doesn't use a spider tracer to find out where the van is, but he does figure it
He
out
just
anyway.
hears it.
When he gets there, he sees the grisly murder scene before him and then calls Jameson, and he's like, it was not an isolated incident. We got a serial killer on our hands.
Yikes.
And we see that they've all been skinned, and though it's not expressly shown, you can kind of get the hint that the Skinner predator is leaving a calling card. There's like a spiral in blood on the floor. I mean,
Yeah, he's also spiraling out of control.
yeah, he's also an emissary of Null, because it's literally the same logo, but we're not going to get into that.
It's interesting of how they're strung up.
Yeah.
Because they look like bizarre art pieces.
They do look deliberate, but also hastily put together. Like the finesse is gone. You know, the Predators are really good at, like, they bind them by the ankles, they string them up, and they're really good and quick at it. Like, this is a Predator who doesn't have...
It's confusing because there's chains and ropes.
Yeah, it was just whatever materials
some of the limbs
available.
are sawed off, but some of them aren't. I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh,
Also,
man,
I
what's
need to
going
point
on
out that
here?
Percy
There's no
is-
cohesiveness.
That's right. Well, no, because it's crazy. I also think that Percy is a proponent of the idea that Yautja can live hundreds of years.
Okay.
Like, single predators can be hundreds of years old.
Sure.
So, presumably Skinner has been skinning for a while. And something they kind of indicate later in the story.
Yeah, like it snapped for him.
Like he's the responsible for multiple.
Right, he's Jack the Ripper. Like,
Right. Or
he's
something.
not.
Okay.
We don't go that far.
Right.
This isn't a Batman comic.
That's
or anything.
good.
So,
Not a good idea. I mean, it's good they didn't do that.
I agree. So Pete's at Jonah's, and again, like, we're at the Daily Bugle. Peter's talking to Jonah. He's been writing the article
Right.
about the murderer that's rampaging
That he
through
doesn't know anything
Manhattan,
about other than
what he's done.
that there's some dead people.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Jonah's talking about, like, how we need to get clicks and we got to get people talking and we got to get them scared. And Pete's like, no, I agreed to write this because I want this story to inform the public. They don't know this is happening and they need to know what to watch
Right.
out
They need to
for.
be scared. Yeah.
Right, but
What
no,
they need to
no,
watch out for their lives.
You want to sensationalize it. I'm trying to inform them. There's a
Well, I want to
I'm trying to
inform them of how
inform them
scared they should
into
be.
being scared.
Yeah, and it's like, I think there is a neutral point here. Like,
Right.
there's a meeting of the minds here somewhere, but there's no time, and everyone's just too hot.
Mm.
So then the power goes out. You know, the grid goes down. We cut to the subway.
Oh, yeah, it's a
and
blackout because it's too hot.
It's just too hot. It's just too much for the grid. You know.
all
And
those
so-
air conditioning units.
That's right.
Is that
Steel City Hall.
God damn.
So
is that MJ?
So we're on the subway.
Oh, no.
MJ is preparing for a play or audition or something for A Streetcar Named Desire. It's like, okay. And like, I'm like, how old is she supposed to be? She has an apartment.
Okay.
You know, so
it's
that's why
the
I'm like-
headband. The headband is like,
Bro, I'm like, that's Gwen.
yeah.
What?
Why are you
I don't
doing
know
that?
who's who.
Women wear headbands. It's not like Gwen has a copyright on it.
Well, but it's just I think of like young
People
wear it, like very young.
Yes.
You know, grown-ups don't usually wear
No,
headbands.
I think
now.
I think they're trying to skew it younger. I think the
Yeah.
idea is that, like, this is a younger, more inexperienced Spider-Man, but also that he's known MJ for a long time and they're kind of dating. You
gotta understand.
And they have their own
places.
places.
This is a
yeah.
ploy that she's using to make herself appear younger to the auditioners.
Ah, yeah.
That
No,
could
she's in her
be.
late 20s, but she's trying to skew younger.
Yeah.
So people are like, we're fucked! Oh, God! It's just because they're in the subway and it's hot and now the power's out. And I'm like, yeah, I guess that's fair. I've been on a subway car when the
lights
have
went on.
turned
Yeah,
off.
nobody does that.
Most people just kind of like use it as an opportunity to masturbate. Like, it's not like they're freaking out about death.
No.
Not only that, but there's a backup power generator or usually an engine on a subway car, so you're not stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. And one girl on the subway just starts having a panic attack. And MJ goes, I can help you out because I'm Mary Jane and I'm psychoactive.
I'm sorry, could you just like take a step back? I'm claustrophobic. You're right on top of me.
I got you.
Oh my god.
So she's like, here. And so she's like, look out the window and see how much space there is out there and focus on that. Don't think about being in the subway. Think about how much room there is just outside your reach. Like,
No, that's great.
That you
Just
can
think about
never
the space
do
out there and
anything
the fact
about.
that I'm not out there and instead I'm stuck in here
Yeah.
with all these people. Oh god, that's even worse.
the point is, I need you to start looking out the window so that we could think we see a face there, and it turns out it's the Yautja wearing a face, and we could freak the hell out.
Oh
which,
my
I mean, again,
God.
I'm like, wait. So is this like a slasher movie? Like, are we gonna meet all these different people in Peter's life, and the Yautja's gonna be like just slaughtering them like Jason Voorhees? Like, we're gonna
yeah.
kill MJ,
That'd be
and then we're gonna
fun.
meet Felicia. We're gonna kill her too, and then we're gonna kill Aunt May. And Peter's just gonna go on a mad on. He's gonna rip the Predator's head off. It's gonna be freaking crazy and dope. No, none of those things happen. However, we do want you to think that MJ has been part of the slaughter because, again, we're on a subway car in a Predator story. You gotta think Predator 2. Predator goes into the subway car and just murders like everyone in the subway car,
Yeah.
including Bill Paxton, unfortunately. So the power's down. They're at the Daily Bugle. Jameson suggests that Pete pair his laptop with his phone to get coverage, and Pete indicates that the towers are down. I want it to be Predator 2. But also, it's 2025.
Well,
So-
it's
Yeah,
some
the kids
ambiguous year in an alternate universe.
Yeah, where there's smartphones and CRT monitors. They're like, we can't publish the article to inform the public about the killer because there's no internet.
There's no power.
Pete's like, I've got an idea. And so they go down to the printing room, where they print the paper, which I don't think would be on premises, but whatever.
If there's no power for internet, how are you going
No.
to run a printing press?
We're going to do it
analog,
old
baby.
school.
That's right.
We're going back to basics.
What has he got, a giant crank that
Yeah.
he's just pushing it through?
We're spinning up the old-fashioned. We're gonna use the little metal letters that you
Yeah.
put in the thing
Yeah.
and slide in. And
Get Simmons! And there's this old man with a cigar. He's like, my time has come again! And then he gets the big piece of wood with all the letters, and he's like, here's
What do you
how we
want it
did
to say? All right, this is going to take me about 4.5 hours.
yep,
But it will come out.
but it will come out.
And it'll look flawless. No, they write the headline in ink.
And what do you do about
That's
the
a thing
pictures?
you could do. Well, you don't have any.
No, they do on the phone.
I guess
Oh,
you-
right. But they're in the article. So anyway, we go analog.
I drew them.
No,
you can't see them.
No,
They're
no,
dry.
they need to be the photographs.
Oh, that's right. They
so
have
that
to
the
be from.
detective
Yeah.
can see them and be mad about Peter Parker.
Well, maybe he sent them earlier and printed them. For some reason.
Peter and Jonah,
By
the
themselves.
editor-in-chief, by themselves, go
Spin up the
downstairs,
printing press.
and
Okay.
then they enlist randos to sell the papers on the street like newsies. Like, extra, extra, read all about it.
Well, I see those people used to be newsies when they were kids. And now, 40 years later, they still have their contact
Wait a
information.
minute. Why does a power outage stop your trucks from delivering the newspaper to the places?
What are you talking about? Just ship the papers.
No. The traffic can't move because the traffic lights are down.
I guess that's
Right.
the
Yeah, that's-
idea.
It's all
here.
gridlock in New York.
Yeah, so we got people with mailbags.
Even at 2 in the morning when newspapers are delivered.
Even if the police are out, even if there's power, emergency
because
generators.
It needs to go out right now. Like 5 o'clock
in the middle of the
afternoon.
day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we got people on the street, and when you're reading it,
Okay.
you're like, oh man, look at them taking it to the streets like they did in the
Right.
60s. I don't know. And by the way, they're selling these
It's
papers
cute.
because the network's down. So we have an untapped audience.
Oh, this is all there is.
All they have is the analog newspapers.
The only source of entertainment. Only $10 a paper.
That's right.
$10? That's a steal. I was selling for 25.
Literally, they're like $5 a paper, $10 a paper. People will pay it.
It's the only news you can get.
That's
Because
right.
the radio doesn't exist.
Right. Because nobody has a radio.
Well, all my radios are internet-based in this universe.
Right.
They can't. There's no broadcasters.
Sure. But even Jonah's down there sweating his balls
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Going, read all about it. The streets are going to run red with blood as this Skinner murderer is slaughtering all of you people. And you can see, in restaurants, people are, talking and reading the paper.
reading the paper.
Yeah, because when you're normally seeing people out in public, they're doing this.
Right.
They need to be looking at something,
need to be
not
looking
the
at-
people they're with.
Right.
Yeah. And all the cell phone towers are down.
Right.
You can't communicate
Yeah.
at all.
Arguably, newspapers would sell even better today in that situation because people are so used to having a thing with them all the time. So,
Yes.
What do I look at?
Talk to the person next to you. Talk to the person.
Yo,
you're supposed to
don't worry about
no.
that, my boy. Try this. It's called a newspaper.
Ooh,
It's filled with words,
and
just like your
photos.
phone.
How do I scroll?
Use the stylus attached to your wrist and you turn the page.
Oh, a novel.
So Jonah's on the corner, he's selling papers. One of them's like, give me a paper. He's like, that'll be $5. Like, $5?
That's highway robbery.
And he's like, your loved ones might die before the night ends.
Do you take Venmo?
That's awesome.
I can't take Venmo. No one takes Venmo.
Cold hard cash only.
Right? So the detective shows up. She's like, give me that paper. And she's like, photo credit by Peter Parker. I gotta find this Peter Parker and arrest him.
Yup.
And Jonah's like, we're protected by the fourth estate. She's like, no, you're not.
Interesting.
She's like, you're gonna bring me Peter Parker. She holds up her badge. Where is he? And Spider-Man swings by. You're like, oh, that's ironic. She's asking for Peter Parker. There he is, but he doesn't know that he's Spider-Man. Oh, cool. So Pete goes to MJ's apartment. And he's like, hey, MJ, there is a murderer on the loose, and you're the only person in my entire universe that I know or care about. There's no Aunt May. There's no anybody.
Right.
Nobody's there. But we do have an opportunity to then smash cut to the subway where there's a convenient scream and a bloody streetcar named Desire and a young woman's hand body. You're
Oh,
like,
no.
Oh no, they killed MJ. And you're like, no, they didn't.
I mean, I know they didn't.
Because they would have just showed her body instead
and
of.
that would have been more horrific than the implied horror. But also, you know what? It's ratcheting up the tension for the
Also,
story.
you don't know what might happen. She might lose a hand.
That's true. Yeah, yeah.
That's true.
New
That could
MJ,
happen.
handless. So it's nighttime. You know, the sun is set. People are still selling daily bugles. This one guy's just like, there's a predator on the loose. And then a couple of guys, street toughs, they go try and shake him down for the money that he's gotten because, you know, he's extorting people.
Right.
So I have a real
Papers.
problem with this. It's nighttime. You have no power. And you're selling a newspaper.
Right.
How are you going to read it? It's dark.
Candles?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll read in the morning when the sun comes up.
Right? Or by moonlight, perhaps. Anyway, so this guy gets attacked by some folks, and then they are slaughtered, seemingly by the predator, except it's clearly not the predator.
Right.
It's Kraven the Hunter.
What?
Yes. Yes. I want this.
Why
now.
is he in this book?
Because he's hunting the hunter.
Yeah.
Is
'cause
he?
He's the predator. He's like, oh, tell me more about this predator.
Okay. No, this is better. I like it.
All right.
They're trying to fix the grid, you know, the power company. Con Ed's trying to do their best. But, you know, it's going zzz, and there's explosions or whatever. And also the wires are cut underground because that's where Skinner operates, of course.
Oh,
And-
the predator cut the power.
Yeah. So one of the utility workers goes down there, and I love the lettering for the Yautja impersonating a person calling for help, because it's help in quotes. Which I'm like, that to me sounds like you're trying to indicate sarcasm. Like,
Right.
Help!
Help!
But I get it.
Help! I'm stuck underground.
What you need to do is you need to change the
Brackets.
word balloon or bracket.
Or brackets.
Or it needs to be like italicized.
Like during the Dark Horse era, the way they did this was they used to put Predator-esque lettering or technology around the word. And like brackets, but it was also like, you know, with those lines that were like the number pad.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like around it so that you knew that it was the Predator using its technology to say a human word.
Right. Well, no, Sal. The predator's quoting someone he recorded who said help.
I mean, that is what he did, but also that's not how you do this letter. Like, I praised the lettering earlier. I think that's fine.
I like that because it's like, well, I mean, technically that is
it's a
somebody
quote.
else saying it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying what they said.
Right. So this utility worker, he finds the derelict subway car, and he gets a crowbar. He's like, oh, there's people in there. I'll help you out. So he pries it open, and blood just pours out of it. That's
Oh
how
my
much blood
God.
has been let from all these slaughtered masses within it. And they've been skinned, of course. It's strung up, and they're missing pieces.
Right.
As part of the Yautja Skinner trophy.
This
and
is-
you're like, good Lord in heaven.
It's like The Shining, but a
Yeah.
streetcar.
That's right.
Yikes. A streetcar named Desire.
That's right. So then the Skinner Predator emerges in the darkness and says, you know, help me. And he's like, what happened here? And he, of course, is wearing faces.
Right.
So he thinks he's a person or something. And then he takes it off and he's like, and while this Skinner is killing this utility worker, MJ and this nameless girl who will never be named and has no official entry in any Marvel Wikipedia page of any kind as of the recording of this episode, run off into the subway. Now,
So while everyone was being slaughtered,
these two were like, let's get out of here.
she
Well,
and MJ
that's what
were
I
just
would
like
do.
hiding in the corner,
Yes.
Yeah.
watching this all happen.
Right.
What are they supposed to do?
Well, they had to so they weren't killed in the bloodbath.
Yeah.
There is an emergency exit on every subway.
Well, and they must have
Well, I
used
guess
it.
that's what they did.
They're still in it!
I have a
Well,
theory.
they're in a different car, maybe.
I have a theory about the blonde in
Oh,
this
yeah?
story. The fact she has no name, she's there with Mary Jane, and she's not another established character that's been retconned into this weird microverse.
Is she a Gwen clone?
I think that she's supposed to be a person who dies. And the editor went, no, that's too dark. Leave her alive. So instead she serves no purpose because there's nothing that she does to facilitate the story or enable Mary Jane to say information that needs to be imparted. You'd think okay, great, she's a tape recorder character. That if you excised her, Mary Jane would just be able to say her dialogue into a tape recorder. Like Mary Jane's practicing her lines, or you're doing video game Mary Jane, where she's a reporter, and so she's doing the story, and so she's recording what's happening into a tape recorder, so she can give expository dialogue. None of that's true. None of that's in the story. There's just a superfluous girl that's with Mary Jane, I guess to help Mary Jane feel motivated to survive, even though she's a human being, and we are all motivated to survive.
But Mary Jane's normal motivation would be fear and to run away. And we want this Mary Jane to be empowering. So she's going to save someone else.
That is true, and it is in this, so I guess that's what's going on.
It could also be that they just don't want to use thought balloons, because here she's saying, go now, while it's distracted. If there wasn't a person with her, if she can't say that,
she would just be leaving.
She'd just be walking away, or you'd need a thought balloon. It's like,
That's
it's
true.
distracted, I have to go now.
And I think Ben's point is valid, because she says things like, I'm not going to let you die. Like, we're going to get out of this. But I also think this is supposed to be a failure for Mary Jane. Like, I think she's like, I'm not going to let you die. And then the Skinner gets her. And she's like, oh.
It's like, ah. Right.
But no,
that doesn't happen.
Well, thank God this utility worker came along. Otherwise, Mary Jane would have had to sacrifice her nameless friend to get away from the predator.
It's true. So Pete, this is desperate times. Yeah, Mary Jane went into the corner of the subway car. She got a couple of bodies, and she just cocooned herself into the wall, and then just booted the blonde into the Skinner's field of vision. So Pete goes home, and there's a knock on the door, and he's like, Mary Jane, thank God you're here. I was so worried. And so he takes his mask off, opens the door a trifle, and it's the detective again.
What?
And he's like, Mary Jane, you gotta be careful. There's a serial killer out there. And she's like, I know. And he's like, oh! And so he slams the door in her face, and she's like, I'm Detective LaPearl, and you already know that, don't you? Because it's suspicious that you took pictures of this crime scene. Now I'm starting to think maybe you're the killer, because I have absolutely no evidence. You're the murderer now. I'm hunting you.
Well, and the murderers always go back to the scene of the crime.
That's funny, because that's what Peter says, because when Peter wrote the article about the murderer, he left out the second crime scene. Because he left a trap for whoever the serial killer is, and she's like, why would you leave that element out of your story through the door? And he's like, because don't criminals return to the scene of the crime? Like, I've heard that before. That's like a thing. And she's like, what?
No. No, usually they stay far away from it.
Sometimes maybe.
Yeah. So he's like, look, I gotta go. I'm gonna jump out the window as Spider-Man. You don't know that because the door's closed.
But she didn't see him when he was Spider-Man?
No, he had his head out.
Oh.
But his body. This is a classic Spider-Man movie. He's done this in Aunt May countless times, including the movies and stuff.
I see. Yes.
So he tells her, like, whoever killed the people in the second crime scene left a huge pile of cash. I left it there. Go to this address and check it out, since this is your case. Bye.
That's not going to make her think that he didn't do it. That's going to make her think that she definitely did it.
Right.
Because he knew about the second crime scene. How could you have found the second crime scene?
I know.
How could you possibly have found that?
Peter, how did you do that? I know Spider-Man did that, even though I don't, because you didn't even put a spider tracer on the car. But
no,
whatever.
that's just a weird. It's also just a weird coincidence that the Predator attacked those people that Spider-Man was following.
See what I mean? Like how this doesn't really hold. Like Batman Predator, tight, 3 issues.
Yeah.
You know, Predator shows up, and it follows the formula. Ben Percy knows the formula. Yeah, he's a fellow Predator fan. He knows how to say Yautja. He knows how to say Yautja. And yet,
yeah,
no,
I mean, it's fine.
No, you gotta have a story that gets interrupted by the Predator.
Everything that Spider-Man has an association with, the Predator is there.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh, Mary Jane's here. The Predator also tries to kill Mary Jane.
Exactly.
Immediately. Yeah. Later.
Of all the subway cars that are stuck in New York City down
Right.
underground,
Yeah.
that's the one he goes after.
Later, the Predator will attack Jonah. Because he's the only person in the building.
I know what you printed about me.
But look at this awesome double-page splash of Spider-Man swinging across the city. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it looks great.
And that's the Predator ship?
It's a Predator ship. Skinner doesn't have a ship. This is a
He's
different
just
Predator
been
ship.
here. Interesting.
Pete doesn't see it because it's cloaked.
Right.
But his spider
But
sense
we
does
see it.
go haywire. Like he knows there's danger all over the place.
This is getting complicated.
And don't forget
There's
Mary Jane and the nameless girl
Right.
who are underground.
There's a lot of moving pieces.
Yes. So Pete decides, I don't know what's going on. I'll go to the New York Public Library and look up Whatever.
I'm
And
sorry.
do research.
What?
Yes, I will do research. Look at all the books he's got and the notes he's taking. He's doing research.
I'm sorry, there are books written about the Predator in this New York City?
I think he's looking up the crimes committed by Skinner. Whereas
What?
they
In
might...
books?
In books. You know, conspiracy theory and serial killer books. I don't know. I would start with serial killer
he
books.
suspects that this serial killer has been around
Long
for
enough
like
to have
years.
multiple books published about him? Presumably.
Did the detective say something like that?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
But the serial killer did leave a calling card, you know, the spiral and stuff.
Oh yeah, we've never seen anything that spirals before.
Well, again, this is another universe. You know, if it were the main universe, he'd think, uh-oh, Null's involved, or symbiotes or something. But instead, it's just a spiral.
Weird. Okay. It's like there's missing pages.
Well, it is only 4 issues, and it probably should have been 6. Even though Batman Predator again was 3.
Yeah. Yeah, like the pages that would explain why he might suspect that this was a serial killer who he might find referenced in a book.
However,
Or
However-
if Jonah said something like, "Oh, I remember an article from a long time ago." Similar
Yeah, it
to
was
this."
just like this.
You could have put anything like that in there.
but we didn't. And instead, we have 4 issues, 50% of which don't have Spider-Man fighting a Predator. In a book called Predator vs.
Right, he hasn't
Spider-Man.
met the Predator yet.
No, he has not, and he won't in this issue. So, Kraven is now checking out the second crime scene
Okay.
because he's hunting Skinner.
Right.
Oh, does he fall for the trap?
No, because he's Kraven the Hunter.
Right.
So he's at the crime scene and he's inspecting the prey, right? All the bodies and stuff. And at first he's like, "Oh, I admire you. You have all the skills and stuff." Except he doesn't. He's a serial killer mad predator, so he should actually be antithetical to what Kraven is all about. But Kraven should be all about predators and stuff, like regular Yautja.
Right.
But no time for that because Detective LaPearl appears. And she's like, "Maybe you're the murderer, Kraven the Hunter."
I mean, you definitely look like
I mean,
you would be.
We could chalk this up to Kraven the Hunter and be done with this case.
Right. I mean,
Very
I guess
easily.
I guess she knows who Kraven the Hunter is. She's like, you would not normally do this.
This is
what
not
are you
your
doing
MO.
here?
Yeah. So
Do we have to pretend that Kraven's like not such a terrible person because of his recent movie? Is that what Marvel's doing?
no, although I do think that Percy got away with putting Kraven as much in this book as he did because there was a movie.
Probably.
Okay.
That
yeah.
being said, this came out in 2025. That movie had already bombed.
Yeah, but the idea for this maybe
Was germinating
Yeah.
while there was still a Kraven movie. in
that had not
production.
yet bombed.
Yes, but
Right.
we all knew was going to because they announced the Kraven the Hunter movie.
Yeah.
So there's an altercation. You know, she tries to cuff him. He hits her. They have a little scuffle, and then he knocks her into the trap that Spider-Man left. So now she's off the table for now.
Okay.
It's like, I can't afford to let you get involved. So she's off the table.
Oh, that's funny. Is the trap a web?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Much
a web.
like a net?
Yes, but it's
Yes.
like a mouse trap. Like she tricks.
Yeah, it's a
this
net
thing and
that
then it comes
falls
down.
on her.
Kraven knows that Spider-Man's dealing with the Skinner, so now it's no longer a hunt; it's a race. I've got to catch this guy before
Spider-Man finds him in his
Yeah,
books.
because Spider-Man's notorious for catching people and killing them.
Well, at least
Or-
we'll take him off the table.
Right. Spider-Man would have him arrested, and then I wouldn't be able to kill him.
Exactly. Or fight him.
Or fight him, which is what I want, yeah.
So Pete's in the library.
Yeah. Pouring over
pouring over
books
books.
for no reason.
I don't know. I
No
feel-
reason at all.
No. Oh, no, he's figuring out that, this Skinner character's been operating unabated for years. Decades, even.
I guess.
Well, he'll find that out later. Well,
Yeah, it hasn't been. He hasn't
present
said
it
that
to
yet,
Jonah
but
later.
he's
I'm
gonna
sorry,
figure it out.
how is he finding all of this research? Usually
At
that's
the
some sort of
library.
microfiche.
No,
So that
these
you
are
don't have just
No, they're in
giant
books.
old
no, these are
newspapers.
books. He's just looking at books
they have pictures in them. That's what the big
Yeah.
squares indicate.
because presumably books written about well-known serial killers.
It feels like I'm in the Predator book right now because I'm hot as fuck in this fucking So MJ and the blonde girl, who never has a name and never will, are crawling through the subways because they've gone further and deeper into the bowels of New York when they run into a random homeless guy who's like, "Shh, the thing is down here, and I've been involved with it in some way. Like, I've been hunted by it, or I've been aware of it. Never mind any of my backstory. I am expository homeless man who will
Okay.
tell you where to go. And where does he lead them?
Well,
He
if
leads
I know
them-
anything about anything, they should be more scared of this subway guy than even the Predator.
That's true. That's true.
Well, normally I push people in front of the subway, but the power's out, so I got
There's
nothing
no
to do.
subway, So I guess I'll show you where the lair is for the Skinner murderer. So he takes these girls to the lair. Now, again,
Why would he do
that would
that?
be awesome if he were a maniac, right? And he's like, come on. And he's like, I'll take you to an access tunnel that'll get you up to the
Oh,
surface.
yeah.
And instead of taking you to my murder room. And actually, then he and the Skinner fight or something.
Right.
No,
Or
no
he like
time.
worships the Skinner. He's like, this guy's a master of his craft.
Yes, because Kraven will be impressed by the Skinner, but then be appalled by the Skinner's lack of honor. You know, so yeah, okay, there you go. You don't have a disciple of the Skinner, but this guy could be, which also cements his madness. But instead, the homeless guy takes the girls to the Skinner throne room, where he's got like a chair made of bodies. Like, oh, does Spawn sublet this place? But it's full of trophies and skins and stuff. And it's here where the omniscient narration explains that, like, this is not a trophy room in the standard Yautja sense, or even in the standard Hunter sense. This is a mishmash of madness and cruelty.
It is that. It's like a horror movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a chair made of skin and bone.
It's Hellraiser, but Predator.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
He has such sights to
And
show.
there's the symbol on this skin.
Yeah, he's got his move, his mark.
Looks like he's been sewing skin together.
Yeah, but it doesn't come up or actually factor at all. It's not like he's making a suit okay, the Skinner went native, right? He's been here for like hundreds of years, and he's been observing humanity, and he's like, I know, I want to be a human, and I just need enough skin to be a person.
All right, Buffalo Bill.
Right? Buffalo Bill the
Pecos
Predator.
Pete the Predator.
I love it. No,
I
I'm not
want
gonna
to
do
see him like crouched over a table, and he's got glasses on. and
that.
he's like,
right, and then he like puts it on. He goes out to try to buy a paper. Like, ah! Like that would be gross.
That's
and
why he's got the
horrifying.
face. He's just like, oh, is this one gonna fit?
he's like trying
Right.
on. He's like, oh, not quite there yet. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see here.
Like,
Oh,
I keep making- I
it's a
need
little,
room. I need room
little
for my
short.
mandibles.
Okay, let me.
You know how he has that giant sword that pops out?
Yeah.
One's just a sewing machine. It's just like,
Yeah, he's not the Skinner. He's the sewer.
I am the
misnamed him.
seamstress. The Stitcher. Yes. Oh my God, that's
Stitcher
perfect.
Predator.
Stitcher. Yeah. Okay.
These girls are like, this is not where we want to be.
No, you've
Oh,
taken us to
how
the
do I
exact
know you didn't
wrong
do this?
place.
Right,
yeah.
right. So the homeless guy is like,
I've been telling the cops about this place for years. I don't know why they don't believe me.
yeah, I don't know. So meanwhile, at the Daily Bugle, you know, Pete makes his way there, and he's got all this research, and he's like, okay, we've got a serial killer who's been operating for years.
Uh-huh.
And like when it's hot out and there's times of drought, this thing emerges and then just slaughters people indeterminately. But also, why?
He's referencing, he's like, look at this battle of the Ardennes Forest in 1945.
Yes.
So the Yautja crossed the ocean?
yeah.
Skinner killed these people in World War II in Europe.
Yeah.
And then
Got
hopped
back
a
on
plane
or
or a boat or something
and
and came over here.
I mean,
and
if he can
brought the
cloak-
bodies with him, or he left those bodies. Or, how much of the trophy
could just-
room
maybe he
is
could cloak?
recent and how much is from like 100 years ago? Like,
Your guess is as good as mine because he doesn't make it out of this book.
I thought he
and
was
it
going to
doesn't
be
matter.
like a New York serial
would be
killer
great.
and
I
be
love
like,
that.
this was
No.
from, the Civil War era
Because then
during the
there wouldn't
draft
be-
riots.
There wouldn't be as many books about it. He'd need to look at other books. There'd only be one book. It'd be the fucking murderer who's been stalking New York for the last 100 years. Like
Who has
one-
the same
Right, that'd
MO
be too
every time.
easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to cross-reference anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't have like 7 different books. But so he's like a globe-trotting serial killer.
It's so.
Are there layers in every country where he did this, where he set up this throne of
Sure,
skin?
why not?
I guess, maybe he travels
Yeah.
all around. He does this everywhere. His base is all over.
It's so weird that he kills when it's hot out, but he never kills people in like New Mexico.
No, he doesn't just set a
Endlessly.
shop down there.
Just live where it's
in the
always
American
hot.
Southwest and just live there. Well,
Oh,
there's
this is great.
not a lot of subways in Arizona.
Well, how would he meet Spider-Man if he did that?
Well, exactly, you know? You'd have to fight the Hulk or something, and the Hulk would just be like, meh, and it'd be over.
Or he'd have to like, kill Ben Riley over in California or something.
Yes, true. Or Kane, in Texas
Or
or
Kane.
something.
He says hundreds of years. He could be Jack the Ripper. There's no way
There's
to know.
nothing to say he isn't.
Yeah.
They don't say it.
Right.
which I appreciate.
So the thing, I thought it was just like, here's some random killings.
No.
It must be the same guy. The symbol. He sees the symbol
symbol,
in the
yeah.
pictures. Okay.
And they also
That's
have
fair.
time. Peter tries to convince Jonah, and Jonah's like, you're throwing conspiracy theories at me? We got a serial killer on the loose. And also my paper, you know? But also he makes like a pinboard
Oh.
at the Bugle. I don't know when he does this.
Sure.
Because it's ornate and intricate, and the new Yautja who arrive are there to take down Skinner because he fights without honor, and they have like an algorithm in place for if the symbol comes up, it triggers a thing that sends another thing to the Yautja homeworld that will send a hunting party that will return to Earth to collect and murder the Skinner because he gives them a bad name. I appreciate that, fine. How does the symbol come up in your algorithm if there are no computers? If the power is out.
We also got one of the local papers.
Right. Yeah.
$5.
Well, we have a we have a contact in New York whose job it is to collect the paper if the power goes out,
Right.
then leave the city, then broadcast a message from an area that has power to let us know
They
about the
would?
goings
Okay,
on.
so the problem with that is that no one can know what's going on in New York outside of New York, lest other superheroes in this world get involved.
that's why we
which
have-
will be a factor. So while Peter's explaining everything to Jameson, the power comes back on in the Bugle. After 3 predators descend on the Bugle, because the
Right.
predators who are here to hunt Skinner arrive at the Daily Bugle because they need to be at every location that the protagonist is in.
Okay, but the Predator was never at the Bugle.
No, but the information about
That's true.
Skinner
They
came
do
from
know
the
that
Bugle,
somebody at the Bugle knows something if they can read the newspaper.
which
so.
I presume they can. But hey, look at this. You can see the Daily Bugle name reflected in Predator helmets, which I guess is cool, and I've always wanted to see, cementing them in Marvel continuity or whatever. Cool. Again, like, I'm easy to please. I know it doesn't seem like it. So Pete gets a trigger on the spider sense when he sticks his head out the window. He knows there's like a predator ship or something nearby. So he shoves Jonah into an elevator to get him out of the way, and then dons a Spider-Man costume as the 3 predators who are there to clean up find Peter's pinboard about the Skinner. They're confirmed, yes, this is the guy. Also, we can like read English and stuff. We see that like some of the articles about dead bodies are like nursing homes and children are missing and like dogs are killed. Like it's just not cool, man. So then finally, forgivably, in issue 3, Spider-Man could fight some predators, and it's 3 predators too. How about that? So Pete, drops down, throws some classic Spider-Man witticisms at them. The predators are characteristically silent.
They should be immune to that, or they just should throw the witticisms right back at him.
No, they throw unfortunately, they throw one of Paul W.S. Anderson's inventions from AVP at Peter. Look, sure, use them all. Okay, so I hate AVP, as we all know.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why I hate it so much is because it superseded James Cameron and Ridley Scott working together to make an AVP. That would have been nice. But we live in the world where the guy who makes the Resident Evil movies made the AVP movie.
Yeah.
And I remember vividly an interview with Paul W.S. Anderson where he was talking about the movie, and this is an opportunity to talk about like theming or costumes or anything related to the story, and he was talking about weapon design. And he's like, there's this awesome weapon where the predators have like this disc and they go whoosh, and then like a bunch fans out and there's these things. And I'm like, yeah, that very much looks like something that Blade would use. Well done.
Yes.
That sucks. And that's what you're focusing on. And
Yeah.
I see it in every new media Predator story all the time. That Paul W.S. Anderson fake, stupid, like Blade Trinity discus thing. So that they fight Spider-Man and Spider-Man, gets out of the way. They do cut him.
Yeah,
and
they
he
get-
makes no reference to it whatsoever
He
because
says, I'll take that as a no.
right.
It doesn't indicate that he's been struck.
No.
The blood has been drawn.
No,
It's a flesh wound.
It's almost like Ben Percy didn't have Spider-Man get struck by a predator blade,
Yeah.
and the artist is like, there needs to be something happening in this book. Like, I'm going to just go ahead and make an executive
I'm going to
decision.
make it look awesome.
Yeah, how about that? Because it never comes up again. It's not like Peter's like,
Yep.
oh, my side, or oh, my spider sense. We don't even see a fucking depiction of his spider sense go off. I also want to point out something that it's not Ben Percy's fault. It's the fault of the editors. It's called a spider sense. TM copyright. That's what it's called.
Okay.
incessantly referring to it as a Spidey sense kind of infantilizes the Spidey sense. It makes me crazy, and I don't know why, but I wanted to point it out because there's no other audience for me to do this to. So, but hey, Spider-Man's fighting 3 Predators in the Daily Bugle, and that's kind of awesome, and it's like, yes, that is awesome.
Yeah.
We get 3 panels of a fight?
It keeps going.
It keeps going, yeah.
We've got to cut back.
We go back and
because
forth.
a couple of Con Ed guys are like, all right, this is not going to solve the whole problem, but getting this up and running will get some portion of Manhattan online, and then Kraven the Hunter takes it down.
With a
Oh, no,
harpoon.
you don't. Because if you get the power on and the Avengers hear about this, and they'll get involved. I've played the Spider-Man video games, and I know that
Well, how will they possibly get information about what's
possibly
happening?
find out what's happening. It's not like they can fly.
It's not like they have, like, people in New York.
Or
Or
nanites.
SHIELD agents?
Yeah, or anything.
Or alien technology. Anyway.
What about the Fantastic Four? They're based in New York.
Right? And
Why
in
aren't they
fact-
responding?
Right, and they exist in this universe because they're in Predator Kills the Marvel Universe.
Right. Unfortunately, I wasn't going to ask where everyone else, but now I am. You invited the question.
You invited the question, but the power's down.
Yeah, but what about the ones who are already in New York?
Right? Like, cut to
Where's
a shot,
Daredevil?
Cut to a shot of Ben Grimm on the couch, looking at the TV, going, "Damn it." That's all you need.
Yeah, there you go.
Right? Or Matt Murdock being like, "It's too scary out there."
Or Matt Murdock's being like, well, it doesn't matter to me. He's still reading his book.
Right! Matt Murdock should absolutely be in this book. He's like, there's no difference here. I have radar sense. I have super hearing. I know what's going
Right.
on out there.
Yeah. This is my hour.
Yes! And we've pitched Predator versus Daredevil, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
So the Skinner just goes on a rampage. He goes into a nursing home. He kills the tigers in the tiger habitat at the Bronx Zoo. He murders a child on a slide. Like, he's
Jeez.
killing deer and gazelle and stuff. He's just going on a kill crazy rampage.
Whoa, he didn't kill a child on a slide. It's the middle of summer. Someone just went down that slide and melted all their skin off because it's 1 billion degrees.
That's right. I mean, look
We've
at that.
all dealt with
That's
that.
a classic old slide. That is gonna burn your backside. It's big time.
What happened with this tiger at the zoo?
Right? Was it in mid backstroke? Like, was it swimming and he pulled the skin off right
Why
there?
are there patrons in the zoo who are able to see it? Did it just happen? Or did it happen overnight and they opened the zoo anyway?
I mean, look, we just open the zoo. We don't check every habitat first.
What? I know for a fact you do. And
I mean,
appreciate
someone had
this-
to feed that tiger at some point.
Right?
I like the idea that it happened in front of them.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, the Skinner just
skin the
swoops
tiger.
in, he pulls its skin off by the tail like it's a cartoon character,
And then he
just swooped away.
he's just like takes off.
That's why the tiger is also still, like, partially
It's-
standing
yeah, it's
in
like-
the
Like,
water.
"Oh." That's why it's a surprise.
Also, he stripped off the musculature on the front half, but not the back half.
Yeah.
The back half, he just pulled the skin off.
Well, I don't have the musculature. I don't have an image to show me what the muscle groups look like on a.
Well, here's the
guess.
thing. I know exactly what a person would look like, and I could do a cat, but that's kind of gruesome, and I get the feeling people would be upset if I showed it.
That's true. Somehow making it look like a saber-toothed tiger is actually more palatable than if I saw like a degloved tiger. So, Kraven is just cravening around.
Yep.
Stalking his predator prey.
Just talking about how
What
he's
is
gonna
on
do
his
that.
back? Why is it like a giant crossbow with a spear on it?
Oh yeah.
Because it is. He's got every manner of weapon. He's like Casey Jones. He's operating in the city. He's got the biggest predator out there. He's got to fight him.
It's like a spear with a sharp
It's
rock
It's
attached
yeah.
to
It's
it.
like a hand
Yeah, he
carved
made it.
rock thing.
Because he's so awesome. He's the ultimate hunter. He made his own weapons.
It's getting back to basics.
That's right. So anyway, MJ and the blonde girl are like, I don't want to be in here, homeless guy.
Well, we've already been here for 10 minutes.
Right?
You just keep talking about
And
this.
he's like, all right, come on. And then while they're going through, she's like, this is going further, deeper down. This is not better. He's like, sometimes it's safer down here. It's not. It's demonstrably not, because all they have to do is just cross the bridge. Like, they don't have to go anywhere. If you're down here near his lair, you will inevitably bump into him. If you were upstairs, like on the surface, there is like a really low percent chance you're gonna bump into him. And the predator is like, help.
Oh.
And they're like, oh, that sounds like a woman. He's like, it's not. Come on.
I know what a woman yelling help sounds like. I hear it all the time.
So He's like, come on. And they're like, where are you taking us? And he goes, okay, now stay below as long as you can stand it. And they're like, huh? And he pushes them into a pit filled with rats. It's a pit filled with rats, like a pool of rats.
Why?
And they're all
Why are rats in
ratted.
a pit?
Is this like Skinner's rat cave? I don't know. But it's a pit full of rats. And the girls fall in with like Scrooge McDuck's money bin. They're waist deep in rats, and the rats are on them. And the girl's like, ah! And it's like, look, yes, okay, you know what? You nailed it. It's a horror book. This is a
my
horror
God.
show.
Yeah.
The rats are crawling over Mary Jane's face.
What the fuck is happening?
Well, you
Because
see, the
when
rats.
Skinner uses his predator vision, all he sees are the rats.
Why is there a giant pool of rats to begin with?
I don't know.
This is like thousands of rats.
You've seen Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, right?
Why
Where did
are
all those rats
down?
come from?
Now, I will say, I feel like maybe Ben Percy's like, well, obviously Kraven's in here. The story you think of when you think of Kraven is Kraven's Last Hunt. Who's the other villain in Kraven's Last Hunt? Vermin. What does Vermin do? He controls rats, but there's no room or time for
For me
Vermin.
to mention Vermin.
Maybe the homeless guy is Vermin. In disguise.
Maybe it was going to be Vermin. Maybe the homeless guy was Vermin.
Oh.
And you're like, oh no, Vermin's gonna eat these girls. And Vermin's like, no, I'm too shit-pantsingly afraid of this thing that's down here, and I'm gonna push you into my rat pile. Which also may explain why the rats don't kill these girls. So the predator
Well,
comes
rats
down
wouldn't
there.
do that anyway,
Well,
right?
they're biting her face.
Well, are they biting her or are they
I don't
just
know.
crawling on her?
Here's what I know.
I think they're just friendly.
What? Have you ever met a rat?
I mean, you can have friendly rats.
People have rats as pets.
Domesticated
Yeah.
rats. But these are New York subway
These are
rats.
subway rats. Despite what the propaganda will make you think that they eat pizza and they're cute and fun,
They do eat pizza.
they do eat pizza and they'll bite you.
They
I mean,
will
they
100%
might.
bite you.
In any case,
They don't have to bite you, is what I'm saying.
they don't have to, but
Okay,
you're in their nesting zone.
If two people fell into a pile, a pool
Yeah,
of
statistically
rats,
speaking, at least a couple of rats would bite
It
you.
depends
would
on
be
how
the-
hungry the rats are, whether these girls would be eaten to death by rats.
I mean,
they
I'm
would
not
get a
saying
couple
I'm not saying they'd be
bites.
consumed. It's not like a critter
you
ball.
implied
They're
that they
not
would-
really made into skeletons.
You implied that they'd be killed by these rats.
I would imply that they'd be irreparably damaged by rats.
there would
I
be
don't know
lots of
about
scars
that.
and they'd have to have rabies shots.
Yes,
They would
big time.
definitely have to have rabies shots. There's no
That's a
question about
given.
that. Yeah.
But also the visual of people jumping into a pool of rats to obfuscate the predator vision is admittedly appropriate. Like, it would work. It's technically correct.
Yes.
Yes,
It is
you'll
a
lose
strategy
the
that would
people in the
work.
pile of rats.
Yes. But you've never seen a person bury
works.
themselves in rats before to hide from the
No.
predator.
So
Yeah, that's true.
Skinner kills the homeless guy and then moves
Yeah.
on.
Sorry, homeless guy.
Yep. Oh well. We hardly knew ye.
Yep. Another one with no
Why
name.
didn't he jump in the rats too?
No, he had to.
Because
He had to
his-
push them in the rats.
Yeah, his purpose was served.
I,
His job
he had to
I
was
know
served.
there's
sacrifice
only
himself.
so many rats to cover 2 bodies, not 3.
Maybe. I don't know. Who cares? He's dead now.
He took too long pushing them in.
Yeah.
He should have
Also, if
pushed
Skinner's
and
this
jumped.
crazy and he killed the homeless guy, how come he doesn't jump in the pile of rats and
Yeah.
kill all them and
Maybe
take
this
little
is-
skins?
Yeah, maybe this is. Well, he does.
Well, no,
Like,
he just sees the rats. He's like, it's just rats. I'm not going to
it
bother.
is just
with
rats, but also I'm going to kill these rats, though.
He does kill the rats?
Oh, yeah, he kills them.
Oh.
And he wears them.
The rats? He
Yeah.
wears the rats?
Their skin. He skins them.
Okay. Well, he is crazy.
Yeah. So I love that the trio of predators who were there to stop Skinner are like, well, I mean, like, I'm here to stop Skinner, but, like, I'm going to fight this guy.
Well,
I'm like, again, like, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
This is the book.
Well,
This is the book.
this is what, this is
if
what the book
someone
should
sees a predator and they are a threat, the predators will kill them.
Yeah. Right.
be. Yeah.
And Spider-Man's annoying the shit out of them.
Yeah.
He's
well,
webbing them and-
he's trying to fight them,
Right,
which
and
makes
they're
sense.
like, we're trying to kill you. Like, he rips off one of their masks. He's like, I want to see who's trying to kill me. And then he's like, hey, you can put that back on. Like, that's great.
That's fine.
That's how you differentiate between, like, a Batman Predator and a Spider-Man Predator. Like, Spider-Man's going to be a little funnier,
He's going to have some jokes.
right?
Ooh, I am really sorry. I didn't want that.
Put this back on. So, you know, he bonks a couple of Predators, like, webs them together, and then, like, hits them.
Nice.
You know?
Yeah.
Jonah's outside, just kind of looking at what's going on upstairs, like just hearing the noise. And then a big, huge web cocoon blasts out of the Daily Bugle and lands on the street in front of Jonah. Fortunately, you know,
So Peter thought he just killed those webbed up.
no,
predators.
this is different.
Oh.
So fortunately,
Oh.
the detective's there, and she pushes Jonah out of the way so he doesn't get squished by the web cocoon. That's right, she's back.
And she was just in the area?
Yeah, that's right. Well, she was, tracking down Peter Parker. While the detective and Jonah are getting acquainted, the cocoon bursts open because one of the predators was webbed up by Spider-Man, thrown out the window. And he's like, rah! And that's how they end that issue. He's just like, rah! And I'm like, yep, okay.
Well, you're dead.
Yep.
Yes. Well,
One of them
Jonah's
should
have
be.
a gun. Like, don't kill him. You're a regular predator. You have rules.
Also, the Predators should look at Spider-Man and be like, well, he's not armed. He's not a threat.
But he is and it is annoying.
Yeah,
But
he's clearly a
When
threat.
they first looked at him, he's
armed.
just a dude.
He is armed. He has web shooters.
That's true. You just shoot them with webs. I like the idea the predator's like, and then he's like, hey! And he webs them like,
Oh, that's it.
I just wanted to do that, yes.
Thanks for giving me permission.
Exactly. So MJ and the nameless blonde girl finally escape the sewers and bring some rats with them. They're still crawling on them. I'm like, you were in a pit.
Yeah, the pit had a continuous tube filled with rats all the way to this
One time,
exit point, and rats just burst out with
Well, you have to understand, the rats carried them out.
Right. Yeah.
In a wave
It's a
of
river
rats.
of rats.
yeah, it should have been a plume of rats, and they just were blasted out of it. I will tell you this. One time I stepped on a mouse nest, and I had at least 3 mice crawl up my pant legs and scurry about on my body. And they wanted to be off of me as badly as I wanted them off of me. And they would not be hanging out with the girls on the way out. Again, this is a comic book. It's Spider-Man versus Predator. There's no point in saying that the rats are not behaving like rats.
Right.
The blonde girl's like, I can still hear him on his way. Like, he's still coming.
Jeez.
Like,
yeah.
okay, let's go out, get out of here. So Skinner makes his way up there, and he's already skinned rats, and he's covered himself in rats. And he's like, that's not good enough, and he takes it off. So he's about to kill.
You know how long it would take to skin those rats?
I know, and he's right behind them. So
Although he skinned a tiger in 1.5 seconds?
Yeah,
Presumably?
he just
So he's like, okay, now it's time for me to kill the girls. Rah! And so he busts out his patented Skinner weapon.
Wow, it's amazing that there's no one on this New York City street.
There's no one in the Daily Bugle. There's no one on the streets. There's nobody in Peter's apartment. It's empty. It's an empty ghost town. New York City's famous for being empty as hell. So the narration does a lot of heavy lifting, where it's like,
it's the smell of a plasma burner
yes,
on a ship.
Skinner knows the smell of the Predator's discharging their weapons at Spider-Man.
Right.
So he knows there's predators here, and he assumes
his
that they're
top
here to stop
priority.
him.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm going to go down there and hunt them before they hunt me. And it's so weird because MJ and the girl, right? They're in the middle of the street. The Skinner has gone off on his own, and the blonde or white-haired girl goes, "Are we safe now?" And MJ goes, "You are, honey, but I don't know about the rest of us." And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
But you're standing right next to her.
Right, and
Why are you less safe than her?
Right. You're both the same amount. You're the exact same level of safe. So then Mary Jane's ankle is grabbed, and it's Kraven. And he's like, tell me where the Predator is. And I'm like, I appreciate that Ben Percy weaves in the Predator.
The Predator.
That no one calls them Yautja except for Ben Percy in the narration.
Yes.
Tell me where the Predator is.
Yeah.
It was here 10 seconds ago.
It's
if you
over
look
there.
down the
I know.
street, it's
Well,
right there.
He didn't know. He's. I'm just getting caught up.
Exactly.
Catch me up. What happened?
So one of the regular Yautja...
I'm sorry, it's just coincidence I'm here.
Well, I was tracking him, but I never got eyes on him.
I didn't get him. So the Yautja that was thrown out the window attacks the detective and Jonah. He just starts chucking him because he's like, I'm a predator. I'm not just gonna kill you like I often do. And then Skinner stabs the regular predator through the chest.
Oh.
And you're like, okay, one down.
Yeah. That's 2 versus 1 now.
Yeah.
Well, plus Spider-Man.
Okay, thank God he threw
Spider-Man
Jonah.
plus Kraven.
Because he grabbed him and was right in front of him, and I'm like, if that went through him,
It would go through
that would have
Jonah.
gone through
No,
Jonah.
he had him, and then he just throws him over his shoulder.
tosses
I
him.
could not see that from
Yeah.
that
And
angle.
no one
Jonah
tosses
would
a
be
Jonah.
severely
Hooray.
injured.
Yes, it's true. So
Okay.
Skinner sees another explosion, where the Predators are fighting Spider-Man.
Right.
Okay, there's still stuff going on up there. So Spider-Man's fighting 2 other Predators right now.
So Spider-Man and Skinner team up to take down the other Predators.
No, it's not that.
I mean, it's kind of what's happening right
More
now.
or less, yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man definitely
now,
got that Predator
Spider-Man-
kill.
Right now, Spider-Man has fought 3 Predators, none of whom are the main Predator of this story that is featured on the cover of this book. One of the Yautja chucks Spider-Man out the window. Spider-Man is then off the table, The Skinner predator reasons that the predators who are there to hunt him came in a ship, so he goes to that ship to destroy it, to strand them here so they can't call for more predators to stop him. And when he gets there to attack the ship, Kraven appears. And then Kraven and Skinner fight.
Kraven beat the predator
To the ship?
to the ship that the predator was already going to.
Well,
No, Kraven arrived seconds after Skinner arrived at the cleanup crew predator's ship.
yeah, it was around the same time. Because the Predator was distracted by killing that other Predator.
Yes.
So that would have given... But how did Kraven know where the ship was?
Because he's tracking him. He's tracking Skinner. He didn't know there was a ship
he was
there.
right on
He
his
was just looking
tail.
for
I
Skinner.
see.
So
So he followed him to the fight
Yes.
where he killed that other Predator, watched that happen,
And then
then
chased
kept
him.
following him, and
Yeah.
he's like, okay, now you're going for the ship. I'm gonna
And then
hit you."
Kraven and the Skinner Predator fight in a spectacular sequence where Kraven kills the antagonist of this story.
What? Wait. But there's still two Predators
sorry.
fighting Spider-Man.
Yes.
Spider-Man has never even met this predator.
Yeah, it's like Wrath of Khan. Like they're never in the same space. You know what I mean? And that was like everyone's favorite Star Trek movie. No, it's like what? But it's also like it's subversive. You know? You're like, oh man, there's a main bad guy and our main character Spider-Man, and then they never meet or fight at all.
I mean, I do appreciate the fact that Kraven takes down this predator.
Sure.
Yeah,
But it
that's-
should have happened after Spider-Man tried to fight him.
Right.
Yeah,
but then that
Spider-Man
would show
should have been
Spider-Man's
in
an
the-
impotent idiot, like who can't fight a predator.
No, it's Spider-Man refuses to take a life.
That's true.
Yeah, because Spider-Man could have had the Predator and then like doesn't kill him, and the Predator, gets one up on him,
Plus,
and then Kraven jumps in.
Spider-Man fought 3 predators.
Right.
So Spider-Man is technically more powerful
Yeah,
than
he
Kraven.
also completely webbed one up and threw it out of the building.
That's true.
So he
If he
defeated that
wanted to,
one.
he could have killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kraven kills Skinner, or rather, stabs him to death.
Right.
Kraven kills him in a single page.
It is one page, yes.
it
But
is
it's
a
9
pretty-
panels.
It is
or
9 panels. There's a
extra.
lot of fun interplay.
Actually,
Beautiful image of Kraven and the Predator like facing off against each
Actually,
other.
12 panels, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So it's,
It's like 3 pages.
yeah, because he's, well, the fight starts here.
No, I'm saying it's the equivalent.
Oh, yeah.
panel equivalent
It's
of
compressed
one
into, yeah, 3 pages, yeah.
I didn't realize they were getting to the end of the book. Like, oh no.
Oh shit.
Well,
right.
yes.
I gotta condense this.
Fine.
And then you
issues,
do
right?
get this big image of him holding the head,
Yeah,
which is awesome.
he cuts Skinner's head off and he gives out a primordial roar.
Much
only,
like the Predators do.
only to realize that Skinner has activated his self-destruct mechanism.
I guess as his head is being cut off.
Does he know what that is?
Presumably. Yes, but he's not concerned about it necessarily because he's like, I fought the ultimate predator, so this is a good death for me. Spider-Man arrives, and he's like, is that what I think it is? Like, he hears the deed,
Yeah.
he's like, oh no. And Kraven's like, it is death for all of us. The whole building's going to go. And he's like, cut it off.
You don't know how big the explosion's gonna be. It
No,
could be
I-
small.
I could imagine it's huge. So I've seen Predator 1. It's like big. It's like atom bomb. So Spider-Man's like, cut it off, and he's like, I don't know what you're going to do. Pete's like, I gotta try. So Kraven cuts off the arm. Pete webs it up, and then he takes it with him, and he swings across the city. He's on his way.
Like Batman.
Like Batman.
Dark Knight Rises?
Oh yeah, Dark Knight Rises. That's right. He's like, I gotta get it over the water.
That's right, but Spider-Man doesn't have an autopilot.
Oh, that's right.
Or an
Uh-oh.
ejector seat.
And Kraven's like, I never said thank you.
You'll never have to.
I guess we're both suckers.
Does that mean that Pete defeated the other two Yautja?
He was thrown out the window. They got away. There's a whole ending with those 2 predators.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no. So Pete grabs the arm. He swings out over the harbor. MJ sees him, and she's like, Peter, but he can't hear her, and it's going off, and he just swings out over the water, and then it explodes. And there's no way that Spider-Man could have gotten out of the way. And Kraven's like, there's no way that Spider-Man could have gotten out of the way. But that was I've always wanted to kill Spider-Man, like have him taste the end of my blade, but that is a good death. And then
Yeah, he won't feel a thing. He was atomized.
Exactly. But also he died like doing what he does, saving
Right.
people. Good for him.
Right.
All right, that's an honorable death. And then another Yautja's like, hey, asshole, meh. And he's like, oh. And then they fight him. And he's like, oh. Like one kicks his ass and grabs him by the throat. And he's like, okay, well, that's fine. Let's go. Meanwhile, Jonah and the detective are talking to each other about what just happened.
Don't interrupt that fight with Kraven to show me Jonah,
we
the
gotta-
We gotta wrap
detective.
that up. So Jonah and the detective are talking, and she's like, I've got no suspects. And he's like, and I've got no photos. No one will believe what happened here today. So neither of us can say that it did. So I guess that's that. And then the other predator that was stabbed is like, and they're like, oh shit, he didn't die. And then Dr. Cornelius from Predator vs. Wolverine and Wolverine lore shows up with a team. And they're like, thank you for the specimen. We're going to take this and go. And I'm going to spoil it. They Weapon X him. They make him a Weapon X Predator. They put a fucking Wolverine Weapon X head on him. They call him Weapon Pred or something like that. I don't know what the hell they call him. But like, they make a
Weapon P.
They make a Weapon Predator. And so they were like, we can puppet a Predator and like make him do shit for us. He's going to be in Predator versus Marvel Universe or whatever. And he's in
like Predator kills the Marvel
Universe. Well, how do you know that happens? Where does that happen?
In another book.
Oh.
In Predator Kills the Marvel Universe.
Oh, that book already came out, I see.
It's coming out right now as the taping of the episode. We will do that book one day.
Great.
Oh, yeah. You're going to love it.
Oh, no.
So, Cornelius takes the half-dead Predator away. No one writes any article about Predators. And the NYPD is blue-balled about the Skinner serial killer.
They still have their own eyewitnesses, like statements. They
And
could
bodies.
just say what happened.
Yeah, Peter Parker killed all those people.
Yeah, right? Like, or aliens that we don't have?
Yeah. Wait, there are aliens because the Guardians of the Galaxy are in
Well,
this
that's
universe.
true, yeah.
So MJ runs to the water after the explosion, and she's like, no. And then Pete's like, hey, I didn't die.
I made it.
I made it. Can you get a little help? Meanwhile, cutting to the chase, the Predators... They take a thing, like an edged weapon, and they put it into his head. He's like, okay, here we go. You're going to pierce my brain with your awesome Predator weaponry. And they carve the Skinner logo into his forehead because, like, you slew him. His insignia belongs to you.
Can't you give me, like, a helmet or something? This is my flesh.
I'll give you plenty. Get on board, buddy. You're a Predator now. So Kraven leaves with the Yautja.
That's the best thing about this book.
That's dope. Oh my god. Where's that going?
It goes to Predator Kills the Marvel Universe.
Okay. That's insane.
So they take off, and MJ and Peter are like, whoa. And MJ's like, I guess it's over. And he's like, yeah, for now. And MJ has a really salient moment where she's like, it's really rare that we have breaks between monster attacks. Let's just enjoy this moment.
You smell like you were covered in rats.
You need to go to the doctor, like yesterday.
Okay.
Predator vs. Spider-Man is a Kraven book about how Kraven finds out there's predators and then immediately kills one and then gets invited to go be a Yautja and kill all kinds of crazy things across the galaxy. Also, Spider-Man's in it.
That's a fitting ending?
Yes, it's a great ending. I don't know if I like this. Like, I appreciate it, and it delivers on some elements and levels, but it's not a home run.
It feels very much like there was a pitch, and the pitch was serial killer predator. Like, what about if a predator got like messed up and just started killing random people?
Yes.
Not real hunters. And also,
yeah.
What if Kraven becomes a predator? And then just, like, make it work.
I think, like, I don't know this to be sure, but my fan theory, my tinfoil hat theory, is that this was pitched as a promotional piece for Kraven the movie. And it was going to be called Predator versus Kraven the Hunter. And when that movie bombed, they were like, no, change it to Spider-Man, because Spider-Man was probably going to be in it a little bit. Because you can't do a Kraven book without Spider-Man in it. And he was going to have like a slightly more reduced role. Like, I can imagine, similarly to this book, Spider-Man never meets Skinner. There's more Kraven, and Kraven hunts Skinner the entire time. We see a lot more of his point of view, a lot of his mental state and his monologues, and maybe he kills a couple of Spider-Man villains for good measure. And we have like a sequence of Spider-Man fighting a couple of predators who were there to clean up after Skinner. Like, maybe there's something like that. And they were like, ratchet up the Spider-Man a little bit more, but you can keep your Kraven as long as like Spider-Man is in every issue.
Yeah.
And they were like, yes, we can do that. That's where like the detective comes from. Although I can imagine the detective being like, a love interest or something.
Yeah.
Like she's investigating it. She finds Kraven at the crime scene. She hates him. He's like, oh well, you're, and then they both have to fight Skinner. I mean, the detective is a new character who does nothing in this story. She has dead person written all over her. Again, another character. I'm like, what is she here for if not to show how serious the situation is for our actual protagonists? But again, they were like, no, that's too bleak. Don't kill her. Like, if it were Kraven versus Predator, I can imagine like them having mutual respect, and then the Skinner kills her, and Kraven's like, oh, that is it. Like I could see something like that in this if it were about Kraven all the way.
Yeah.
But instead, it's about Spider-Man and Mary Jane and some nameless character that doesn't matter. Again, like I wonder if the Mary Jane thing is like, no, it would have been the detective going underground, like running another lead for Kraven or something.
Right, yeah.
And it's like you can't make it about Kraven.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you remove Spider-Man and Mary Jane and just do
Just
the
a Kraven
detective
story.
with Kraven,
Yeah.
then it makes a lot more sense.
I think it's tighter, and they
Keep
could actually
Spider-Man in it if you want to.
right.
Well, yeah,
but
just
like,
have
with
him
fewer beats.
as an
Yeah. It's
ancillary
more a Kraven story.
character.
Right, like you could actually do a story where it is still all about Kraven, but Spider-Man is chasing Kraven, but he's not as good a hunter as Kraven is, so he's always like 3 steps behind. So Spider-Man's always on his way.
Maybe
You're thinking,
Spider-Man thinks Kraven went insane, and
Yes!
then Kraven's, and he's like on, and he sees
that would be
signs of
awesome.
Kraven.
Yeah, I love that actually.
So he's like, I got to put Kraven down,
Yeah.
or like stop him for good.
Exactly.
And
yeah, and then when he finally arrives, like Kraven's fighting Skinner, and like Kraven gets the blade in him, and he's like, "What the crap is this?"
Yeah.
Oh, you can even end it the same way. Spider-Man arrives after Kraven has killed Skinner, and the thing's going off, and so Spider-Man does the exact same thing.
Oh yeah, saves the day.
Right.
I had no idea. Well, let me help.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may not know what that thing is, but I know what a beeping.
I know what a beep,
I know what a
a
ticking clock
intensively
sounds
beeping
like.
sound is.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, it's just art's great, story is fine, Yautja lore is on point. It is the most violent Spider-Man comic I've ever seen, and that's kind of cool.
It is that.
And like it paves the way because I think Spider-Man does lend himself to horror. It's really rare, but when it comes up, it's kind of neat. Usually, it's existential or it's like ghosts, But I could definitely see a really cool hard R Spider-Man horror book that is in the same vein as this, but maybe like without the complications of an IP crossover. You just do a Spider-Man story where it's like Spider-Man's just dealing with one sick puppy, not to confuse a carnage or something.
I will say, he still has the same level of like witticism and quips.
Yeah, he's still authentically Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But that's kind of weird because like in this type of violence and gore,
It seems a little gross, or
it's just like, do you not get the seriousness of what's
Yeah,
Oh,
do you
for
not
him,
get that
he's
people
like-
are skinned alive
right? Yeah.
by this character?
It's like, well, I'm not fighting that guy. I never fought that guy. I
That's
fought guys
true.
like him.
That's true. Yeah.
I never have to face that kind of grisly reality outside of, course, photographing.
You saw every scene. You have no idea that these
You should have
aren't.
PTSD from having seen it.
yeah,
And you don't know that these aren't the killers that you're fighting.
That's true. They are there. Yeah, that's weird. Well, in any case, you can buy it. It's in the comments down below. I mean, if you're looking for the most violent Spider-Man comic I've ever seen, if you're looking for an
it's
awesome
very
Kraven
well
story,
drawn.
it's great drawn, and again, there's authenticity within the words of the story, and I
Yeah.
think it works. If you're just a big old Predator fan, you're just like, I don't care whatever it is, Predator. No.
As long as they look cool
As long
and
as
do
they
cool
look cool,
stuff.
they do the stuff, and they have cool weaponry, well, you'll get 2 out of 3. Like, the weapons are there, they don't really factor in. There's no moment where, like, Spider-Man ironically gets hit by a net.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, shit. Like, that'd be kind of cool, actually. Also, great opportunity for them to curse, but they don't, because obviously this is, like, unrated.
Right.
But, we can show a decloved tiger, an endangered species that has every right to exist. But we can't have Spider-Man say, holy shit. When he
Well, no,
absolutely would.
Spider-Man wouldn't say that.
Yes, he would. He absolutely would. He's from Queens. He would say that and
No,
more.
Spider-Man doesn't curse. Except I assume he does curse with
100%.
the
He curses all the
things.
time.
Yeah. What do they call those? The letters.
Oh,
that are,
yeah, there's actually a word for it. I don't know it. Tom King knows it.
Yeah.
The second they're there, they're like, oh, we're dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
You brought us to the killing floor.
Oh, this is where we die.
I
Why
wish
would
it
you do
weren't
this? Yeah.
I'm more terrified than I've ever
Probably
been.
the scariest place on earth for me
die.
to be killed by this monster.
The last feeling I'll ever have before death is the ultimate fear. Congratulations. I'll be killed by what? A homeless person? A predator? I don't know. An alien from the stars that came here hundreds of years ago.
That's horrifying.
Yikes. See you next week. I'm Sal.
I'm Ethan.
I'm confused.
Keep reading.
It's a little bit. Maybe you said this before. It's like they entered the throne room and it's like House of 1,000 Corpses in there.
100%.
It's just like,
I mean, well, you know, you got a guy wearing a face and being like,
oh, it's over for me.
Oh, my
I'm gonna
God.
die in the worst way possible.
He's wearing an entire person's skin.
yeah.
But he's too big to wear it. It wouldn't work.
No.
No, not
Well,
really.
There's no way that he could be wearing it like a costume. It must be more like a poncho.
I told you to keep quiet. Stay down as long as you can. They scream incessantly.
Well, yeah, because they're buried in rats.
The
They're
only
teenagers
way
covered in rats.
the only way the predator doesn't hear their screaming is because their mouths are muffled by rat bodies.
Yeah.
So he hears their screaming, but he can't find them. He's like, well, I can't see them, and they're trying to escape, and so that's how they stay one step ahead
Or
of it.
their screams are only muffled by the screes of the rats.
Right. It's all the same to him. He doesn't know how to tell the difference between a woman screaming and rats.
What are you talking about?
Thousands
He
of rats
records women's
screaming.
voices and uses them to lure in more predator. Or
Yeah,
more
but there
prey.
aren't rats screaming at the same time as those.
It's true. And I'm like hundreds of years old.
No,
I'm
but like,
hearing
how
what he
do
used
they
to
get out of the sewer though?
We don't
Because
explain.
they're in a pile of rats,
Like-
and then they're crawling out of a manhole with rats around
Still
them.
on still with rats. Again, like they're like 2 levels below the street. Like you got to climb out of the rat pit.
Yeah, because
right?
they had been going deeper. They
Exactly.
were like, we're going deeper.
That's what I'm saying. So you got to shake off the rats the second you get out of the rat pit.
Right.
But no, they're like, okay, I'm so overwhelmed with fear and the desperate need to get topside. I'm gonna leave the rats on me. Go up 1 level, then another level, and bring the rats. Like
Right.
No.
Well, the rats followed.
Yeah. No, it's Vermin. Vermin was in this story.
There must be some explanation.
I don't see why. It's not like there needs to be.
Right. What? Well,
What are you talking about? You bought it already. It's over.
They were in a pile of rats.
And now they're not.
And then I showed them climbing out of the manhole with
the
the rats
rats.
around them. That's continuity.
Yeah, they were in the rats, now they're out of the rats.
Yeah,
See?
I bridged from being in the rats to being on the street. The rats
Right?
coming out were the bridge.
Yeah, if they'd fallen off like a waterfall, and then I cut to them climbing out of a river, they'd be wet.
Right.
The rats are the wetness.
Exactly.
See?
It's not like I had them crawl out of the manhole hole and there's no rats,
You'd be
and then you'd be like,
confused.
how did they get out of those rats? But because I put the rats in, you
Yeah.
can just fill it in.
Fill it in.
Well, no,
but
that's
if I try, then I go insane. because
But
nobody
that's how they
said-
managed to get out, is because they had rats around them the entire time.
Yes,
that's how they
used
weren't
the rats
seen.
as camouflage.
They were encased in a tube of rats.
Yeah, they were in like a rat cocoon or a ratso suit. They were like, I am more rat than woman now.
Screaming the whole time, of course, because how horrifying it is.
Yeah. And the predator was
And
just
they'll
like,
never be the same.
Oh no! How could they? How could they? But and of course, Skinner's just seeing a rat person running, a humanoid rat
Covered in rats.
made of rats.
That's why he's wearing the rats. He's like,
Oh, that's cool.
I gotta become the thing I'm hunting.
Right.
Now I'm hunting
Even though I never do that.
the
but I'm doing it
multiple
now.
rat man.
The rat queen.
The rat. So I gotta skin some of these rats and put them on, and now I can hunt it.
Right, and it's like, and then immediately once he finds, like, oh, you're good, you're here. Okay, and you're not wearing the rats anymore. Me either.
Okay, no, I don't do this.
What a weird book.
He just copies his victims.
He's just unoriginal.
This is so weird.
It's deeply weird.